Hello everybody, welcome to this new video in which we will learn how to do sentiment analysis in Python by using natural language processing. In order to write this sentiment analysis program in very few lines, we'll be making use of a Python package called TextBlob, and you can install this package from your VS Code terminal or from command prompt. And what you will be using is pip install textblob is the command, and once you press enter, it should get installed. If you're getting a pip not found error, you can also watch our previous videos in which we'll cover that, or you can also watch our Python modules video in which we covered how to install Python modules. As you can see, I've already have it installed, so therefore it says it's already satisfied. And now we can import it into our program, like this. Actually, for this program, we will be importing a class named TextBlob from the library TextBlob. And TextBlob actually has many features and methods in it, and we'll not be covering all of them in this video, but you can check out the documentation for each one of them. And for this video, we'll only be using this class named TextBlob from the TextBlob library. Now that we imported all we need, we can get to creating our text, and then later we'll be processing it. So let's create our text variable, and let's say this is the first sentence for sentiment analysis. Okay, now we can create a testimonial object by passing in this text variable we created here into the TextBlob class we've imported above. So how we'll do it is by using this TextBlob class. We'll just pass in the text inside it, and we'll have a testimonial variable already created. Now that we've created this object, TextBlob library allows us to find the sentiment of this sentence itself, and now we'll be printing it. This sentiment feature will give us the polarity and subjectivity of the text we've created. So let's see those by running the file. And once we get the results, we'll see a polarity value that is scored between -1 to 1, -1 being completely negative and 1 being completely positive. And subjectivity value will be scored between 0 to 1. 0 will be completely objective, whereas 1 will be completely subjective. And right now with this sentence, we are getting more of a positive polarity here and less of a subjective value, as the average value is 0.5. At the moment, we are only getting some decimal numbers of a polarity and subjectivity of a text. However, in our program, we want to evaluate the sentence if it's negative, positive, neutral, and also on the basis of if it's subjective or objective. So for that, we'll have to create two variables of its polarity. And for this, we'll also use this testimonials sentiment, and we can access its polarity by just using this dot polarity feature. And we also want to access its subjectivity, and we can also access it the same way by using subjectivity. Cool. Okay, so in order to have equal sections for each sentiment, let's assign anything below -0.67 to negative sentiment, and values below 0.34 to neutral, and the rest to positive. And for subjectivity, anything below 0.50 will be objective, and the rest will be subjective. Okay, so let's get to coding our if statements. If polarity is anything below -0.67, we'll say the polarity is negative. Else if the polarity is below 0.33 or equal to it, we'll say polarity is neutral. And else we'll just set polarity equal to positive. For subjectivity, if the subjectivity value is below 0.50 or 0.5, it's the same thing, we'll set the subjectivity value to objective. And if it's else, we'll just set the subjectivity value to subjective. This way, for any given text, we'll have its sentiment analysis, and we will also get whether it's objective or subjective. Currently, we have a static text that our program will always act upon, and also we don't print any results. So let's fix that by actually getting an input sentence here. Let the user enter a sentence. Also, let's print the sentiment values of the sentence. So let's print the sentiment of your text is, and let's just put polarity here. Also, we can print the text you entered is, and we can put the subjectivity value here to see if it's subjective or objective. Okay, so now let's run the program, and we can enter whatever text we want. So first of all, I'll enter a factual text. Let's enter Mount Everest is the highest mountain in the world. So this is an objective statement, and as you can see, this sentiment is neutral, and the text we entered is objective. So right now it seems to be working. Now let's run it again and enter another text. This time let's enter my favorite ice cream flavor is vanilla. And we are definitely getting some subjective text here, as well as some positivity, probably because of the word we used, favorite. With this program, we did a quick sentiment analysis using TextBlob. These features are just a small portion of what you can do with the TextBlob library. You can read their official documentation for learning more about what you can do with it. I will link the documentation in the description. Thanks for watching the video until the end, and I hope to see you in the next one.